We have here Kelly Zimmerman. For those that know us here at the Waterbury Times, we all know Kelly Zimmerman because she was our first ever video buying churches. But we're not talking about churches, we're talking about elections, we're talking about Board of Aldermen, and I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let Kelly Zimmerman do the rest. Kelly.
So my name is Kelly Zimmerman. I am currently your alderman in the 3rd District in Waterbury, which basically covers Bunker Hill, Waterville, sections of Overlook, up to West Main Street, like CVS area. And super excited to run again. It's been an honor over the past 2 years. It's been a really interesting and exciting ride to see the city and the transitions and the changes that are happening. I support education, public safety, our police and our fire, mostly just protecting the quality of life of our citizens in the city, no matter what that holds.
So when it says, for those that don't know, let's just break down our primary, so to speak. This is the way I explain it to people because I'm a sports guy. It's pretty much before a team could go to the Super Bowl, it's like the AFC Championship game. You got to square it out in your division before you can go on to face the team on the other side. That's how I explain it to people. I'm sure you can do a better job than that.
So the Republican Party calls out to the public and they say, hey, we're looking for candidates. Your town committees do that. So the Republican town committee, Democratic town committee, and if we had an active independent party, they would be doing the same thing. So it's kind of like a family feud a little bit, within the family to kind of figure out who is going to be on the ballots in November. So we need our primary election in September, Republicans only, to figure out as a family who we want to run and be on the ballot in November.
Okay, so now, of course, we all hope for the best. Everybody wants to win, but we all can't be winners. But let's just play best case scenario. You are the winner. What is the one thing with Abigail?
I'm Abigail Diaz, and I am in the 3rd District. I am the endorsed Republican candidate, and I'm here for you, for transparency. I want to see the city do better, be better, and I'm counting on everyone's vote to make that happen. Be Bunker Hill, Waterville, and some of Willow, like up to like Columbia Boulevard, but to the firehouse. Well, what I am gonna do is say no when it needs to be a no, and yes when it needs to be a yes. And I'm gonna listen to my constituents. I'm not gonna be making decisions based on what the mayor wants. I'm gonna be making decisions on the needs of the residents, myself, the taxpayers, the parents, the children. You have to make decisions that are affecting your whole city.
If you could guarantee one thing that would change if you became Board of Aldermen for your district, what would be that one thing that you could make change?
Well, for starters, the mayor will not be walking up to the podium doing any explaining. He's not supposed to be. The Board of Aldermen are the checks, the balances, and the mayor is not supposed to be standing up there and cutting off your department heads that are supposed to be explaining to you why they need this money. Not the mayor coming up and saying, oh, well, they need this money because of this.
Okay, so well, you heard it here first. Some order is coming to the chamber down there, Board of Aldermen style. So we have here Abigail Diaz running for the 3rd District. Thank you, Abigail. What is the number one thing that you want to see different over the next 2 years in the city of Waterbury?
We have gotten a lot of money through like the American Rescue Relief Fund and different funds to fix our infrastructure. Our water infrastructure is still kind of shoddy. We're working on that. I'd like to see more money dumped into our infrastructure to enhance the important things like our water, like our streets. Some of our buildings, like the Chase building right now, we have a bond out to fix, which is going to happen next year, but it's literally almost falling apart. So I guess we have to start from the foundation, and that's with our infrastructure.
Okay. So once again, thank you, Kelly.
Yes.
You know, it's always a pleasure when you stop by here with the Waterbury Times. We are going to get to the other candidates. It's a big celebration because they're the endorsed candidates. Just spoke with Kelly Zimmerman, and now we're going to speak to Reynaldo Melendez, and he's going to tell you all about where he's from, what he's running for, and why you should probably vote for him. So, right, talk to us. What's going on?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Ray Melendez. I grew up on Willow Street. Now I live on the East End. I'm running for Alderman in the 4th District. I feel that I can help our communities get more involved in education, number one, crime, number two, and this thing that's going on in the city.
Okay. On this, because I know there's some mingling and there's people here and there's other aldermen and Board of Education I'm going to get to talk to. If there was just one thing that if you could guarantee was going to happen, because obviously you can't make everything happen, but if there was one thing you could guarantee would happen if you were elected, what would that one thing be?
I'm going to say 2 things.
Okay.
Let's focus on education, the kids, the schools. Let's get the schools what they need health-wise. Then let's focus on the waste of spending. I mean, instead of raising taxes, let's look at what we got in the middle. Downtown first, before you and I got to pay more taxes. Let's see. Let's look at every department and say, is this needed? Is that needed? Or why are we doing that? Those are questions that we should be asking on a regular basis. And I don't think too many people like to ask that. I have brought it up, and I was, like I said, I'm told to stay in my lane.
Well, one thing about it, Rick, I know when you get there, you can definitely ask the questions. Definitely going to ask the questions. So I appreciate you swinging by. I'm going to let you get to the mingling and to the pizza if there's any more. I'm going to see if I can grab some more people. It was a pleasure. Thanks. DM Livingston, nice to meet you officially again for like the 4th, 5th time. So pretty much what we're doing here is we're just giving the platform to the followers of the Waterbury Time a chance who couldn't make it down here to meet the candidates. What is this big Board of Aldermen thing going on? And just a little bit about yourself. So the platform is yours.
Well, good evening. Thank you, Waterbury. It's an opportunity for you to get to know me to a degree. But I'm always accessible now that we're here at the Republican headquarters on Grand Street. My name is Alan Leon, and I'm a lifelong resident. Grew up in the north end of Waterbury on Division Street. I've gone to Slocum School, Painter Tech, continued my education, undergraduate at UConn, postgraduate at a few different universities. I have a master's also in health science. I was an auto mechanic out of high school. And I did medical mission work down in El Salvador for 3 months with the Franciscan mission. I spent a year with the Franciscans thinking I was moving towards becoming a priest. After spending a year, I realized that I could do more outside of the order than within the order. And so that's a little bit about that aspect of me. So the policies aren't working for Waterbury and the citizens of Waterbury. I believe Waterbury can do a lot better. And that's why I came out of retirement to pursue becoming a Board of Aldermen. I live in the East End in the 4th District of Waterbury, and I got to tell you, it's quite an education, because if you asked me if I was going to do this 5-10 years ago, I would have said absolutely not. And here I am, became a member on the Waterbury Town Committees, and now I'm a member as well. And I enjoy all the aspects of politics without being a politician. And now is my time to help the citizens of Waterbury. There's nothing I need personally. I don't plan on making a career of this, but while I'm here, I'm going to give my best to make it better for all the citizens. Some strange reason I don't win in November, I'm still a happy, contented individual. My life doesn't change. But if I am in, I'm going to be working for you.
Thank you. So DM Livingston here. We are rounding up more Board of Aldermen to interview, and this is Jameson Stock of the 1st District. Jameson Stock of the 1st District. Listen, that's the fanciest name of all the Board of Aldermen, but I'm gonna let him tell you about himself and why he wants to be a Board of Aldermen. Go ahead.
So I grew up in Waterbury. I was here until about 10 years old. Moved out with my family to Prospect. Kind of lived my life. High school, went through college, got a degree in recreation, and then as I was kind of finding my career, a job opened up in Parks and Recreation here in Waterbury. So I applied to it. Didn't think I would really get it, but ended up getting hired for the city in 2020. So I've been working in Parks and Recreation since then. November will be my 5-year anniversary
Okay,
of working for the city.
Congratulations.
And yeah, so I've been working for the city for the and I work at Chase Park. So
Okay.
I'm really, really close. And
Jameson, that's where I know you from, Jameson. Let me look at you again. You work at Chase Park House, Jameson. That's where I know you from. Because
Chase
you
Park,
do
yep.
the after school there.
I do the after school.
Yes, you do. It's hilarious.
Hey, and that's why I'm here is for the kids. I mean, you've seen me in my
Yes.
in my professional
This is legit.
career. Everything I do is for the kids. If it was for the money, I wouldn't be doing.
I
what
wouldn't
I'm
be doing it for the kids, trust me, I know.
And now I just got married on Friday, so I got a stepson that goes to Tinker. So
Okay, congratulations.
Doing it for him too. So as long as the kids have somewhere to go and something to do, I think that can make a difference there.
Yeah,
That's what it's
absolutely.
about.
Listen, Jameson, hilarious. Greatest interview I'll have all day. You be safe. All right, welcome everyone. It's DM Livingston. We're still here. Real Republicans getting ready to battle for their primary. We've met a handful of Board of Aldermen, and we have another one here. He's going to introduce himself and tell you what he has going on for the city of Waterbury if he were to be elected. So, you have the floor.
Hi, my name is Michael Grasso. I'm running for Alderman in the 1st District, which is Town Plot, Brooklyn, parts of the South End, pretty much Piedmont Street to Pearl Lake Road, and Country Club. I'm going to bring transparency, I want to bring accountability, and I want to bring credibility back to the Board of Aldermen. Every issue, I will keep my constituents front and foremost on every single issue that I vote on. I will ask questions at Alderman meetings, and if I don't get the answer that I want, I will simply vote no. If I think it's in the best interest of the constituents that I'll represent, I will definitely vote yes.
Seems like you have a lot on your plate when it comes to the things you want to tackle. We have a lot of things that residents do not seem to like what's going on. I'll let you go on this one note. If there was just one thing that you could assure the residents, I know you spoke a little bit about transparency, but when it comes to just the day-to-day in and out, what do you want the residents to know if they send you to the Board of Aldermen? What kind of man are they sending you?
You're sending a man that has integrity, that loves the city that he's lived in his whole life, and that he will keep you front of mind on every single issue. I will not just go in there to vote. I will go in there deep diving and knowing exactly what I'm about to vote on and whether or not it's in the best interest of the community and the constituents that I represent. That I can promise.
All right, well, thank you very much, Michael Grasso, the endorsed Alderman candidate for District 1, which, as we know, is the town plot area of the city of Waterbury. I'll let you get back to the mingling. I got some more Board of Aldermen to grab up and get them over here, so you guys stay tuned.
First of all, thank you for being here and seeing who we are. And my name is Ruben Rodriguez. I'm the minority leader for the Republicans in the city. So I'm the alderman in the 2nd District. That is all the way from North End, Otsio, all that area up there. So I've been doing a lot of work in the community. I've been making sure that everything that passes through the city, we have questions about it. A lot of people have seen me in how when there's any meeting in the city hall that we have to talk about any in the budget, any money that is being spent with to the community, the taxpayers' money, I have questions. I question everything because people have to know what that money is being used for. So that's how I work. And as you know, we have a primary on September 9th. So, I talking to all the districts 2nd to support me once again, like you did in 2023. I appreciate all the people that voted for me. For those that didn't vote for me, I'm hoping that I gain your trust this year, the past 2 years, and what I promised, that's what I did.
Okay, so a little bias to the 2nd District. I'll let you go on this note because I have other people to get to, and you're a busy man, but I just would like to know if you had this one specific message to everyone that's in the 2nd District, even those that didn't vote for you or would vote for you, if there's just one message you can give to them, what would you give to them?
I'm going to continue to be the voice that district was, like, for years, that district was forgotten. I'm your voice this time around. I've been your voice for the past 2 years, and I'm hoping that you're gonna get my trust once again to continue that voice.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for stopping by here.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with everything you got going on. Hey, no, I need you actually to come on over here. We can kick it.
All right, brother.
All right. So we're gonna keep it pushing here. Getting tired. You guys know this is past my bedtime, but we still have some Board of Aldermen, the endorsed Board of Aldermen. So I'm gonna stop talking and let who I have next introduce himself and tell you everything he has going on and what he wants to get done for the city. So go ahead. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for you allowing me here to voice myself.
Absolutely.
So, my name is Adrian Sanchez. I'm a city police officer. I've been a police officer here for 18 years now. I'm a sergeant for 3 years. I was born and raised in this city, specifically down in the South End on West Liberty Street. Basically grew up on the South Side, man. As a young kid, I played ball in the park on Waterbury Park, played ball at the South End Rec. I went to Kennedy High School, well, West Side Middle School. Then I transitioned over to Kennedy High School, where I graduated from there, did a little bit of college, and then the police department came calling my name. It was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. So I've been, basically in that role for this entire time. And, just recently I just started getting involved more with politics because of the realness that's been, just the way that my eyes have been opened up recently.
Right.
Willow Street, for example, right? Crime is rampant, right? But not only crime is rampant, the way our tax dollars are just rising, everything's going up. Rent is going up, taxes is going up, and that all, that all plays a role. Trying to get on this whole Board of Aldermen just to make the right decisions. Right. I just feel like the current administration, it's just the bills that are passing, the properties that they're buying, the companies that they continue to just revolve around in circles and giving them contracts. I feel like they're just, with the money that they're getting in, they're just not giving it back to the community.
Okay. So,
Swain, this is my saying. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? It came down, right? And all those thousands of years that they were in power, at some point it finally came down. And that's how I look at the way this city is. At some point, we're just gonna have to, take the house down brick by brick and just rebuild it from the foundation up. And for me, it starts at the Board of Aldermen, to be honest with you. If you're the checks and balances of the city, if you're the ones voting yes and no when it comes to policies, when it comes to tax, when it comes to bringing in business, not bringing in business, who we're giving money to, so on and so forth, it starts there. And then we build on up from there,
This question, which is a super biased question, because I live in your district. So, traditionally, Willow Grove Hillside has been kind of like a stepchild to the 5th District. What can I tell the people that live next door to me that you will do to make sure we're not forgotten about? Because the South End is a vast majority of the 5th, but Willow Street also is on the 5th.
So yes, I'm running from the 5th District. I am from the South End. I live from the South End, but my focus isn't solely on the South End. I feel like the most hurt neighborhood in this city right now is the Willow Street area. And you guys, man, need a lot of help up there. So, what I can do, I'll try to do as much within my power as an alderman, whether we have to have meetings, whether we have to do bipartisanship, obviously, with the Democrats, and just speak more as to, hey, listen, what financial, what can we do financially for the community? What programs can we throw up there? Let's hold community meetings. I don't care whether it's bringing a substation up there, a police department substation, and I get it sometimes a substation.
There's a narrative to it.
Yeah, there is a narrative to it, but be more community based. We're not there to book people, or we're not there. And that's another thing. A lot of the crime in that area are drug related. Right. It's drug deals going wrong. Right. It's with substance abuse, very huge. Prostitution. Right? You already know, Grove Street.
That could be a whole nother podcast.
Exactly.
That could be a whole
with
show.
That being said, right? Some things you got to think about what's feeding the substance abuse, right? It's the drugs. So we have to go after the drug dealers. We have to be our brother's keeper in that neighborhood. Absolutely.
All night long.
And remember,
a new voter just came to Waterbury, is a Republican, and they need to know who to vote for. Oh, all right. Well, then we were a professional here. So I'm D.M. Livingston. We have a endorsed Republican candidate for the 5th District, Jack Alsif here, currently has the job. So we're going to let him say a little bit about what you guys need to know about him and about the primary that's coming up. Jack, take it away.
How you doing? I've been, for the last 2 years, I've been the alderman for the 5th District. And proud to say that I represent it, I believe, very well. I do my best to bring the tough issues out and talk about it to people, talk about it at the aldermanic chambers, ask the hard questions, and follow up to get the answers. And sometimes it's a lonely place to be, but that's what an alderman is supposed to do, and that's what I feel we should have 15 people doing, not 1, 2, or 3. I think we all should be doing that, asking the hard questions, finding out why things are happening the way they are, questioning the cost on things, which many, many times I find are way out of line. And, you know, some of the moves that we make, I think, are just not needed, or misuse of taxpayers' money. And a lot of needed things are ignored because there is no money, but it gets spent on pet projects. And I'm proud to say that I try to reveal as much of that as I possibly can. And again, it's tough sometimes being the lone voice. But
Right, no.
I have no problems doing it. It would just be nice to have more. So with this upcoming primary, the Republican Party has decided to clean house with those who don't want to participate as true Republicans or minority representation party. People who don't ask questions, people who vote all the time with the Democrats and don't question any of the improprieties, even when it's pointed out by myself or one of the other Republican participants. So I think it's very important that people understand that the September 9th primary is just the beginning of trying to get a change in Waterbury, to change the way things have been to the way they should be. And that's what I'm there for. Been around for over 50 years, trying to make Waterbury better. And I'm going to continue as long as I'm able. So that's my goal, and that's who I am.
All right. Well, one thing about it, Jack, you are definitely one of the most have to watch whenever I watch the Board of Aldermen, because one thing about it, you are not going to let anything just slide by. You're going to have the tough questions. You're going to demand answers, and that's one thing that you've shown. And hopefully, the constituents out there and the voters see it the same way, and you can keep on doing what you've been doing. And me, especially living in the 5th District, I appreciate everything that you do for us over there in the 5th District currently, and I wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, Jack. All right. Thank you.
Thanks again. That wasn't too much, was it?
No. That was perfect.